The man in the fog. The fog rolled thick and low across the cobblestones of London, swallowing the gas lamps one by one until only blurred halos of amber remained. On Bishopsgate Street, just shy of midnight, a hansom cab driver swore he saw a man step directly out of the mist. Not walk, not emerge. Step. As though the fog itself had parted to let him through. The driver would later describe him as tall, thin, dressed in a long black coat too fine for the hour. His hat brim cast a shadow that concealed his eyes entirely. And he was carrying something. A small wooden box. At precisely 12 o'clock, the man entered the courtyard of St. Bartholomew the Less. The chapel bell had not rung in years, yet that night witnesses claimed they heard a single hollow chime. Inside, the caretaker, Mr. Aldridge, was tending to the final candle when the chapel doors creaked open. No footsteps echoed, no voice called out. Yet the wooden box appeared upon the front pew. Mr. Aldridge insisted he never saw the man leave it there, only that the air had grown sharply cold, and that the candle flames bent inward, as though drawn toward something unseen. When he approached the box, he noticed a brass plate fixed to its lid. It bore a single engraved name, Edmund Whitlock. The date beneath it was that very day. There was only one problem. Edmund Whitlock had been buried that afternoon, interred at Highgate Cemetery at 3:30, sealed coffin, witnessed by family, documented by the parish. Yet here, in the silent chapel, lay a box bearing his name. Inside, Mr. Aldridge later told the police, there was no body, only a pocket watch, stopped at exactly midnight. Detective Inspector Harold Greene of Metropolitan Police Service reopened Whitlock's grave the following morning. The coffin was undisturbed. The body lay exactly as it had been placed. But in the deceased's waistcoat pocket, there was no watch. Family members confirmed he had never removed it in life. He was known for checking it obsessively. It had been buried with him. And now it was gone. By the following night, whispers moved through London's East End like rats beneath floorboards. Some claimed Edmund Whitlock had made a fortune in arrangements, best left unspoken. Others said he had cheated a man who dealt not in money, but in time. At midnight, Inspector Greene returned alone to the chapel. The wooden box still rested on the pew. The pocket watch inside began to tick, slowly at first, then faster. The hands, which had stopped at 12, now turned backward. Greene reached for it. The chapel bell rang once more, and the fog pressed hard against the stained glass windows. When officers arrived at dawn, Inspector Greene was gone. In his place, on the front pew, sat a second wooden box, brass plate gleaming. Harold Greene. Dated that very day. Inside, a police badge and a pocket watch, stopped at midnight. Some say if you stand outside St. Bartholomew's on certain fog-heavy nights, you may see a tall man step from the mist, carrying a box, waiting for someone who has borrowed more time than they were ever meant to have. And when the bell rings, it is already too late.